Good morning. Or I guess good afternoon. Welcome to the Estelle V. Melberg Early Childhood Center of Cherry Hill Public Schools. My name is Kayla Conlin, and I have been a preschool teacher here for 5 years. I've always had a passion for early childhood education, and it has been my honor to help our youngest learners to develop academically, socially, and emotionally in the caring and nurturing environment here at Melberg. Research proves that the earlier we build a child's foundational skills, both social and emotional, the better their long-term success. Award-winning author and children's rights advocate L.R. Knost has said, "Every day, in 100 small ways, our children ask, 'Do you hear me? Do you see me? Do I matter?'" I think this reflects the essence of our work at the Melberg Early Childhood Center. Every day, my colleagues and I welcome the little 3 to 5-year-old individuals who make up our classrooms, embracing their uniqueness and guiding their growth as they approach their K-12 journey. We want every child to be heard, seen, and shown that they matter. It was a pleasure to welcome Acting Governor Way and Acting Commissioner Alan McMillan to my classroom today. What a joy to share my love of teaching and my students' love of learning. I would like to thank Dr. Mayan and Ms. Edwards for the tremendous amount of support and attention given to the Melberg Early Childhood Center. Our school is well known for its varied services and support. I can proudly say that our school is a leader in early childhood education thanks to the quality of our program and our staff's dedication. I am thrilled that our district leaders, Governor, Lieutenant Governor, Acting Commissioner share the same passion, value early childhood education, and are being intentional about creating universal preschool programs throughout the state of New Jersey. And it is an honor that our acting governor has chosen to share the latest update about the state's plan here at the Melberg Early Childhood Center, where children develop a love of learning. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our acting governor, Taisha Way.
Can we just give Ms. Conlin a round of applause for all she does? Myself and the acting commission just came from her class. We participated, did some pattern work. I didn't want to leave. It was fun and engaging. So, good afternoon, all. And I want to use the words my 9-year-old would say. This is the best backdrop ever, okay? That's what my Fiona would say. And again, thank you all for joining us today. Let me first start by saluting Principal Danielle Edwards. Let's give her some applause for all she does and for hosting us here at the Estelle Melberg Early Childhood Center. I am so honored to be joined by a legislative team with an unwavering commitment to ensuring the very best for Camden County's kids. May I say thank you to the one and only Senator Jim Beach. That's right. And I also want to shout out the phenomenal acting education commissioner that we have here in the great state of New Jersey, Dr. Angelica Allen McMillan. Yes. I'd also like to thank Mayor Susan Angulo and everyone from the Cherry Hill School District who is here today for allowing us to showcase the future of statewide early education in New Jersey. As many of you know, Governor Murphy could not be here today because he is on a 9-day economic mission in Asia, East Asia, when he's looking to attract new jobs and industries to help strengthen and expand New Jersey's economy. His trip, much like today's announcement, is all about shaping what the governor likes to call the next New Jersey. Whether we're talking about early adolescence, higher ed, professional development, retirement. The defining goal of the Next New Jersey is that it must be a place where everyone has a chance to succeed. And that is exactly what today's announcement is all about. From day one, the governor has made it his mission to ensure that every child in this great state has access to free, full-day, universal pre-K. No administration has invested more in public education and in early education in particular than the Murphy administration, period. To date, we have invested well over $5 billion in pre-K education, with over $200 million going towards expansion alone. The current fiscal 2024 budget includes an increase of nearly $110 million over last year, for a total of $1.1 billion. Now, this increase funding supports both prior preschool expansion districts and includes $40 million for new districts. I am so proud to be a part of this legacy, my friends, because there is no single greater investment that we can make than to help every single child get a head start in their life. So today, it gives me great pleasure to announce that 26 school districts in 13 counties, from Sussex to Cape May, Hunterdon to Monmouth, have been awarded a total of $25 million to help continue expanding access to high-quality preschool programs across the Garden State. And this year, for the first time, we have opened up eligibility for preschool expansion aid to every school district in New Jersey who can demonstrate the ability to provide a high-quality, full-day program. That includes at least one certificated teacher and aide in small classes that are inclusive of children with special needs. This has paved the way for a host of new districts to successfully apply, including the one we're standing in right now. As a result, Cherry Hill, right here, is receiving just over $3.4 million to support full-day pre-K classes for roughly 250 students in 21 classrooms across 5 schools. That woke you all up. All of these classrooms are slated to open by this coming January, providing more than 1,700 3- and 4-year-olds with a head start on life. And we anticipate more awards as more districts work toward integrating high-quality pre-K in their communities. Now, over the last 2 school years alone, we have been able to create more than 4,000 new pre-K seats. This funding, first and foremost, is an investment in our youth, and it will yield tremendous short and long-term economic benefits for their families and communities, creating stable, quality jobs for local residents, providing parents with peace of mind, knowing their children are getting a fair chance right out of the gate, regardless of where they live. And equally important, alleviating the financial burden of childcare, a stressor that all too many families are familiar with. I remember how costly childcare was when my husband and I needed it for our daughter, Fiona. So being able to help our children get a head start in life while eliminating a great deal of financial pressure, especially for single-parent households, is a huge win all around. This has been the governor's goal from day one, opening doors to new educational opportunities that will one day lead to greater life opportunities. The sky is truly the limit when education is the norm. Thank you. Now, with that said, Acting Commissioner Dr. Angelica Allen McMillan will come before us. She's been making certain that the mission of education for all comes forth with all New Jersey students. Angelica?
Thank you. Thank you, Acting Governor Way, for the kind introduction, and good afternoon to everyone. I'd like to say good afternoon especially to Senator Beach, the New Jersey Principals and Supervisors Association, the American Federation of Teachers, the New Jersey School Boards Association, members of our county office. I'd like to acknowledge Assistant Commissioner Carrie Booker, who leads this incredible division at the Department of Education, to Assistant Superintendent Dr. Mayan, to Principal Edwards, Ms. Conlon, thank you so much, and all gathered with us this afternoon. It is such a pleasure to be here, and as Acting Commissioner of the Department of Education, I am ecstatic to celebrate Governor Murphy's announcement of nearly $25 million to expand access to high-quality preschool programs across our great state, as our acting governor shared a few moments ago. And that includes the Cherry Hill School District. Quality early education plays a pivotal role in shaping the academic and personal development of our youngest learners. It lays the foundation for future success, nurturing cognitive, social, and emotional growth. The nearly $25 million outlay is an investment in the dreams and aspirations of countless young minds. It is a promise to bridge the gap and provide more children with an equal opportunity to access quality early education. Governor Murphy has been committed to providing universal preschool in New Jersey since taking office in 2018, tripling the number of school districts with state-supported high-quality preschool. It exponentially builds upon the governor's promise for a stronger, fairer, and more affordable New Jersey. The benefits will continue to reverberate throughout New Jersey for years to come. This includes the alleviation of a financial burden on many families, as Acting Governor Way spoke about a short time ago. It is indeed a win for our state, our students, their families, and our future. Together, we ensure that this commitment transforms into meaningful, high-quality experiences for all young learners in New Jersey. Thank you.
You know, your words, Acting Commissioner, really speak true, right? That this is really about our youth and bringing and ensuring that they, right, will have a path of success. This is monumental. And again, we thank you for your leadership at the New Jersey's Department of Education, you and your team. Next up, we will have Assistant Superintendent of the Cherry Hill Public School District, Dr. Farah Mayan, come forth for some words. We know that, of course, it takes a village, and part of that village of support for our kids is the leadership which Dr. Mayan has shown.
I just have to take a minute and pause because hopefully this smile demonstrates how excited that I am to hear this afternoon that Cherry Hill is a recipient of the preschool aid. It is so exciting. So thank you, Acting Governor Way, Acting Commissioner Allen McMillan, and Ms. Collins for your heartfelt and inspiring words. It is an honor and privilege to stand before everyone in attendance as we are notified that Cherry Hill Public Schools is the recipient of the Preschool Expansion Aid. My name is Farah Mayan, and I serve as an assistant superintendent in Cherry Hill Public Schools. I have worked in Cherry Hill for 20 years, and the writing and implementation of the Preschool Expansion Program will be one of my finest and proudest moments. I have always had a passion for early childhood education, and it has been my honor to help bring universal preschool to Cherry Hill. The funds will vastly enhance our excellent educational programs, and we are excited to move forward. It's wonderful to think of all the students who will now receive early education. The funds over a 5-year period will allow almost 1,700 3- and 4-year-olds from our community to participate in preschool. The implementation would not be possible without the partnerships with Head Start and private provider centers within Cherry Hill and surrounding areas. These partnerships will be critical to the success of our program. It is crucial for our community that all students, regardless of socioeconomic status, race, or religion, have access to high-quality preschool education. The implementation of full-day preschool and kindergarten will be an excellent complement and support articulation to our full-day kindergarten program implemented 5 years ago. Michelle Obama asserts that education is the single most important civil rights issue that we face today. With the unwavering commitment of organizations such as the National Institute for Early Education Research, based out of Rutgers University, we will continue to elevate and provide a platform for early childhood education and research. The governor's allocation of funds dedicated to expanding preschool across the state is courageous and speaks to the importance of the commitment to stellar academic programs in New Jersey, specifically for our youngest learners. American journalist Sidney J. Harris says, "The whole purpose of education is to turn mirrors into windows." Every day at the Estelle Malberg Early Childhood Center, I witness students who are given the opportunity to reflect on their own identities and experiences, but also allow for identities and experiences of others to be recognized. This happens through direct instruction, purposeful play, choice time, song, and dance. This was observed today in the classrooms of Zanetta Bronson and Kayla Collins as they foster a love of learning for their students. I strongly believe the essence of our work is to foster an environment of academic, social, and cognitive development. The uniqueness that each of our preschoolers brings to school with them every day makes the Estelle Malberg Early Childhood Center a pillar within our community as we foster an environment of inclusiveness and acceptance. I would like to thank Danielle Edwards, principal of the Estelle V. Malberg Early Childhood Center, for the tremendous support and attention to our youngest learners. Danielle leads with grace and exemplifies the characteristics of a strong, courageous leader, even during times of significant change. Ms. Edwards has worked side by side with me to bring the vision of full-day preschool to life in Cherry Hill. I would also like to thank the staff of the Malberg Early Childhood Center, as they have trusted the process and believed in the changes that were coming. This endeavor would not be possible without the support of our Board of Education and community. I have often said, with change comes opportunity. We as a collective have embraced the opportunity to be a recognized school and leaders within the educational and preschool community. The staff's commitment is unwavering in supporting our youngest learners. As already mentioned by Kayla, I am thrilled that our governor, acting Commissioner Alan McMillan, and Assistant Commissioner Booker share the same passion, value early childhood education, and are being intentional about creating universal preschools across the state of New Jersey. Representatives from the Malberg Early Childhood Center have been participating in the Transforming Early Childhood Education Initiative hosted by the New Jersey Principals and Supervisors Association since last fall. This institute has allowed us to collaborate with preschool educators from around the state on topics related to educating our youngest learners. So we are excited to let the journey begin. And with that, It is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Karen Binkert, Executive Director of the New Jersey Principals and Supervisors Association, as her organization is also playing a crucial role in transforming early childhood education throughout our state. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. As has been stated, my name is Karen Bingert. I'm the Executive Director of the New Jersey Principals and Supervisors Association and the President of the Foundation for Educational Administration, which we just truncate into NJPSA FEA because otherwise it's a mouthful. But what we do is we proudly represent nearly 10,000 educational leaders in the state of New Jersey, from their aspiring leadership positions to all the way through their current positions to when they are retired as principals, like Principal Edwards, supervisors, vice and assistant principals, and directors. And this is a really incredible group, and it's an honor to work with them every single day. I'm thrilled to say that this is not my first time at one of these press conferences about preschool expansion. Governor Murphy has been intentional, consistent, and persistent with his vision of universal pre-K in New Jersey. And today is a continuation of his administration's commitment to seeing this through to fruition. With an addition of nearly $25 million, 1,715 plus more teeny, tiny, little seats are going into our schools around the state. I mentioned I'm a high school principal, so they're cute. When we get students into learning environments as young as possible, we begin to level the playing field for these children as they grow, creating positive, equitable, and lasting impacts that will resonate throughout their school careers. I have enjoyed the prior pre-K expansion announcements, and I look forward to continuing to attend these until we literally have enough little chairs for every pre-K student in New Jersey. And with partnerships between our school districts and our community daycares, there can and should be a seat for every single one of these children. And as we chip away at universal pre-K, I also have to urge the administration to tackle expanding full-day kindergarten in those districts who still cannot afford to provide those opportunities to our students and their parents. Because once we have universal pre-K, we have to keep that bar high, and we have to keep these children rolling right through an education that lives up to and expands all of their opportunities. Even when they get to kindergarten, though, I have to point out the chairs are still really little. I want to thank every educator who's out there, starting with Principal Edwards and represented by all of our colleagues here at the Estelle Marburg Early Childhood Center, for what you do for our children. You know, we often think on a small scale in education. We think about our classrooms, we think about our schools, we think about our districts. But when you think big, our educators have contributed to the success of literally everyone, everywhere. Thank you for doing what you do in this state that makes our state the top educational program in the United States. And I want to thank Governor Murphy, Acting Governor Tahisha Way, the Assistant Commissioner, Mr. Booker. The Acting Commissioner, the Assistant Commissioner, I can get this right. But really, you have advocated for the youngest learners in our state. This is something that you can't stop doing until it's been done all the way through, and I commend the full administration for fighting and fighting and fighting to get it done. Thank you, everyone.
I just echo the sentiments of everybody who spoke this afternoon. This is such a huge investment. I tell you, I visited 2 classes, story about the gingerbread man. I didn't want to leave to come here for the press conference because the teacher was so engaging, and so were the kids. the assistant, the acting commissioner of education, Angelica, and we had fun with the smart board doing our pattern thing with the kids, and they seemed like they knew more about patterns than she and I. No disrespect, but no disrespect. But truthfully, you know, this is the formative years, right? That's when the minds are like sponges, and all that you and your teams are doing here, and the investment that all of us are making, right, is so significant and priceless. So, of course, on behalf of the governor, our great governor, I just want to thank each and every one of you for playing your part in this process, and onward, folk, in creating this universal pre-K world in the great state of New Jersey. Thanks so much for coming.